Ladies and gentlemen, it's post-match. West Indies have just sewn up the series 3-0, but more crucially 30 Super League points. They've defeated the Netherlands by 20 runs. But more importantly, across this whole week, I've met many different West Indian fans from many different generations. But this man here who I'm with, Albert Marquez, he flew over from Trinidad for this particular series. Albert, I just want you to tell the people why you chose to fly over and how long you've been supporting the West Indies.
I've been supporting the West Indies since 1948 when I saw my first series when the Gubby Allen team toured the West Indies, the first team to tour the West Indies after the war. And since then I've been following West Indies cricket, or cricket in general, all over the world. But generally I follow the West Indies cricket team wherever they play. And since I've been retired in 1994, and I have the time, I use it as a means of having a vacation and enjoying the game that I love.
And how have you enjoyed this tour of the Netherlands? Is this your first time here?
First time here. I've just been here for a week, so I haven't seen much of the place, but of course I like the ambience, and I find the facility is quite, reminds me of an English county ground actually.
Yeah.
And I thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I met a lot of interesting Caribbean people.
Well, given I've been speaking to lots of people about their favourite ever West Indian players. Given you say your first one was in what, 48? Did you say?
48,
so
yeah.
You've got a huge history to choose from.
That's right, yeah.
Of all the West Indian talent that you've seen, who is your favourite player that you've seen and why?
Well, I always tend to be very hesitant to answer that question because there's so many great players I've seen. It's hard to single out, right? Because I've seen from Weeks, Worrell, Walcott. I didn't see George Headley because he was just before my time. I've seen Brian Lara, of course, within recent years. He stands out. One of my favorite players is Lawrence Rowe, who I thought made batting look easy, and Carl Hooper.
Love that.
And I've seen a lot of Tom Gravely was my favorite English batsman, and Lord Ted Dexter. I liked Zahir Abbas from Pakistan, and there was, of course, Sachin Tendulkar. And there was a little guy called M.L. Apti who opened the innings for India in 1953 and made 169. And I saw that he was a great little batsman. And there was another player called Majid Khan from Pakistan, who I thought made batting look easy. So I've seen a lot of great players. The Chappell, Greg Chappell in particular. I saw Neil Harvey, who I thought was another great. So I've seen so many great players. It's hard to single out, who was better. Viv Richards, of course, I should never leave him out. Gordon Greenidge, one of my favorites, classic batsman. So many of them.
And if we just quickly, briefly end by talking about the current generation, obviously, from the year 2000 onwards, some might say before, West Indies have struggled, but we've always had bright moments and bright sparks. Who of the current generation do you look at and say there's a player there?
Sadly to say, none. No, I want to be very fair.
Yeah.
Since Lara, I haven't seen any emerging player of that kind of caliber. We have seen snippets of promise and potential, but none of them have lived up to their reputation. And within recent times, this little fella, Hetmeyer and Puran, have emerged as potentially good batsmen, but they need to have their heads examined. They have to learn to bat and apply themselves properly. They have the ability to play shots and so, but they have to be a little more careful about the shot selection and how they approach the innings. They'll never make big scores. They will make a quick 60 and a fast 80, and now and then they get 100. But they'll never make double hundreds and triple hundreds like Lara and the great players. Lara had 9 double centuries in tests, and I mean, to be able to do that, you have to be able to concentrate for long periods, because one mistake and you're out. The
And
same
then-
cricket, you only need one ball to get out.
And then finally, Albert, if you could have any advice for the current generation of West Indies cricketers and the Maroon fans in general, people like yourself who've kept on going no matter what happens, what advice would you give to the Maroon fans to keep the spirit alive?
Well, I mean, you have to be supportive of your team. Sometimes it's very difficult. I mean, I have learned to watch cricket dispassionately. I'm a West Indian and I like my West Indian team to win, but I'm a realist. And the truth is that we do not have the caliber of players now compared with the caliber of players that I've seen when we were in our heyday. That's a fair fact. I mean, there's nobody on the horizon, nobody on this team. Most of them are there by what I call default, because there's no competition for places. Nobody is pushing them to become better. So you see, young Bravo at one time had shown a lot of potential, and he didn't live up to his promise. He's just fallen by the wayside. Lil Hetmeyer, I think, is a very good player, but he has to learn to control his impetuosity, if I call it that. Right? So, in fairness, for fans, I say keep supporting. If you like the game, you like the game regardless of whether West Indies wins or loses. Right? So I like to see good cricket, whoever plays it.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, it's always good to catch up with the Maroon fans, particularly those who represent the history and the legacy of our game. Albert, thank you very much.
You're welcome.